Go ahead.
Thank you, Jen. I know that you don't want to relitigate what happened when Biden wasn't in office and when those emails were sent. You guys were
That's a setup.
Probably not.
Okay.
But has anyone from your team briefed the president on what was in those FOIA Fauci emails?
I'm not aware of him being briefed on the publicly reported emails.
And then, given that there were some things that Fauci said privately that contrasted with what he said publicly, whether it was masks or whether or not someone who had the virus, had immunity, or other questions as well. I mean, does he still have confidence in his NIH directors? Does this change anything at all?
No, the president and the administration feel that Dr. Fauci has played an incredible role in getting the pandemic under control, being a voice to the public throughout the course of this pandemic. And again, I would reiterate, a lot of these emails are from 17 months ago or more, certainly predating this administration, but some time ago as we look to history.
This morning on Morning Joe, Anthony Fauci said that one of the ways to get transparency from the Chinese on the origins of COVID-19 was to, quote, "don't be accusatory." Does the president feel that the initial investigation of the origin of the virus, including that WHO survey that your team had deep concerns over, was the problem with that it was too accusatory? I mean, is that a problem that this administration is being accusatory? Or, I mean, is this a situation where, just following the evidence where it leads?
I think our primary objective here has been working with the international community, rejoining the WHO, working with the international community to unite and pressing the Chinese to be transparent, to provide the underlying data so other scientists can take a look at that data, and to participate in a constructive way in the second round of the next phase, I should say, of the WHO investigation. As we noted at the time when we announced our own internal next step here, our 90-day review, one of the things that was happening in the timeline was the Chinese conveying that that was not their inclination. So I can't assess what the impacts are. I can tell you what our position is and what we've been pressing for on the international stage. Go ahead.
Yes, just about the 90-day review, one thing that's not clear is how is it that the U.S. intelligence officials knew about the workers in Wuhan lab, that they knew about them getting sick back in 2019, and then in February, the intelligence officials were saying that they still hadn't ruled out the possibility that the virus came from the lab. But the inquiry didn't happen until late May of this month. And I'm wondering what took the U.S. so long before it launched this.
That's not actually an accurate depiction of the timeline. The president actually asked his intelligence community to look into, to do an internal assessment, which then was presented to him in an internal meeting back in March.